Hey guys, how are we doing on this fine, excuse me, fine Monday? I am doing alright. I've had an alright day at work. It went by fast. It wasn't particularly boring or anything, which was good. I went to the gym, which I kind of forced myself to do because I really couldn't be bothered. But I went. It was good. I found out I'm not going to Ireland this week, which is why I didn't tell you about it last night, because I kind of knew that was coming without having it officially confirmed. So, but we've now had it confirmed. So yeah, it looks like they're moving it to the alternate date, which is the 19th to the 25th of June. So will be short streaming weeks. I think the 25th of June is like the Wednesday, so we probably will just have that full week off. So we might end up, depending on when we finish with Eternal Strands, we might end up with... No, in fact we won't. We should get through Eternal Strands before we get to them. But we're just going to say we might end up with 2 full weeks off of streaming. But hopefully that won't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. I feel like we're getting close to the end of Eternal Strands now. So, let's hope. Anyway, yeah, other than that, it's been absolutely fine. So, yeah, let me know how your Monday is going in the chat and in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It actually does help me out, and there'll be a lot of people watching this that aren't subscribed, and just, you might as well subscribe, because, like, it's free, and it helps me out, and doesn't cost you anything. So, yeah, why not? Might as well. Okay, and hopefully that'll get us towards our ultimate goal of 500 subscribers. So, as a minimum, obviously, I'm not going to get to 500 subscribers and then just stop, because that'd be weird. But yeah, hopefully we can get there. Right, yes, all that is out. Let's get our Eternal Strands on. Right, okay. Speak to the Axel and Cassidy's hold. What are we talking solo for? Craft. Oh yeah, we've got new stuff. Resonance modulator. Right. Kinetic sword and shield. Alright. Double bend leather. That'll do. Forge resource. Purified ceramic. Yes. Try and make this as powerful as we possibly can. Drake scaling. Emerald loosen. Do. Yeah, let's do that. Craft. Weaver's Flare. Not that we ever used weapon abilities, but imprecise but powerful shields enchantment uses the wheels of magic to attract and suspend items. They can then be blasted forward at speed. Okay. Yeah, we're just straight up not going to use that. Frostbow. Hang on, we've already got a frostbow, haven't we? No, we've got Stargazer bow. which has the same ability as the Frostbow. The Frostbow and the Stargated Bow are basically the same thing. Alright, okay, I'm not going. Nameless Host, Jackboots. Yeah, let's craft some of these. Nether weave. Carved resource. Yeah, void amber. Yeah, let's do that. GT, hello. How you doing, my friend? Let's weave again. One forest resource. Sovereign Enterium. Do that.
Form and function.
Max stamina. Yeah, let's quick them.
This looks right. I guess I'll find out when I take it to the harness. Whoa. Those surgeborn parts really didn't do.
Okay, I'm doing well, thank you very much. Not much to report, to be honest, but I am doing alright. Right, Cassidy's hold first. I'm a little disappointed. I'm supposed to be going on a trip with work to Southern Ireland this week, and now that's not happening, which is somewhat annoying. But hopefully, in a month's time, I'll be going. Matter of export.
I recall there was something you wanted, yes? I suppose there's time to tackle it now.
I was hoping you could help me with an investigation. I'm looking for some missing scries.
Have you lost yours somehow?
No, but I have a lead on a shipment that went missing right around the surge. I was hoping you could ask around the Hearthsider homesteads to see if anyone was working the caravans when the veil went up.
Ah, and this is related to Arakim making a mess of our records, I assume.
The Axel's a bit of a cowbag, really.
Yes?
Very well. I will ask around as a favor to you, Bryn.
Thank you. Right, compile, research on magical Xbox with Lane. Okay, let's do that. We'll talk to Wayne. We do know, I was thinking the other night, we need to actually do just some plain old talking with the Weave Band. God, it's compiling. Magical Xbox. British cells. At the behest of Arakim, a Hearthsider and ally, we delved into the matter of how the Enclave handled export of their rare reconstructions, such as the scries and aeroliths, while the ultimate goal of our investigations was locating a caravan that we believed never left the Enclave. Some additional details and patterns emerged that were worth exploring. Using our recovered caravan and export logs as a basis, and continuing investigations contingent on the Axel's ascent, we traced an intriguing pattern. The Enclave was scrupulous about balancing their exports between the other nations. If one nation had an excess of enchantments, there would be new favorable deals negotiated with other nations, often of limited duration to trigger a sense of urgency in the prospective buyers. Similarly, when trade slowed, a powerful nation might be given a nudge through reduced tariffs to continue the escalation of enchanted armaments and augmentations. Furthermore, seemingly unknown to the Enclave's extensive trade network, all evidence points to a coordinated, delicate escalation in these tactics over time. What's unknown to us is if that was a purely economic plan or some more deliberate creation of dependency, where any nation risking sanction and losing trade ties by threatening the Enclave would be given pause by knowing their neighbours would have a distinct technological advantage. If the latter, it would It would certainly match with initiatives we've seen in attempting to attract the best and brightest in artisans and enchanters to Devron's halls. Excuse me, control the innovators, and you will always hold a technical edge. Unless your site is devastated by a magical disaster, that is. What are the chances of that? Addendum. Oreo has ordered me to note here that the chances of the above are very high. I think we kind of figured that that was sarcasm, but maybe it's just me.
I think we can call that as close as we're going to get.
I agree. But good news, Arik. It's likely your caravan didn't leave.
You're sure?
Reasonably. We know which caravan was carrying a sealed case of two scries from the keep records.
There's no
That's
log
good.
of it departing, and the logs were quite consistent up to the surge.
And the Axel had several older drovers who told stories of caravans that lost control of their beasts in the panic. More than a few, sadly, pitched their entire caravan into the newly formed fissure in the lower city.
The runners would have recovered anything that important years ago were it still by the gate.
Suggesting the scries might have gone over the edge. Bryn, I hate to ask.
Do you though?
I can take
Do
a look.
you?
Absolutely.
Just be careful. The tangles get thick down there.
The one thing I don't particularly like about the lore of this game is calling the magic that seeps out the pipes and everything, the magical mist, tangles. Because they don't look like tangles. Below the Three Sisters in the Lord Nevern. Ooh, and it's got an arc and another. That'll do me. Go to Broker's Arch. Alright, so we've got to knock all its armor plates off, which is a lot more than you think for some insane reason. And then get on its back while it's flying. Oh, you guys are pissing me off. Fuck all of you. Okay. I am definitely gonna need some healing items. Come on, come on. Yeah. Healing items. Smash these. And hope the Arc of the Nova comes back. There we go. Where you at? There you are. He's only got 3 out. Land, you insufferable piece of shit. Where's it gone? Come. Stop flying off, get down here and fight. Thank you. Alright, one bit down. Oh, no you don't. One, down. It's so much easier to fight this thing when you can run faster. That's one thing down. Here. We're getting there slowly. What we got left? Land. Oh. That was not ideal. Oof. Yeah. Oof, that was close. That was a little close. Oh wait, it dropped some. It did drop something when we knocked some armor off, and I don't think we picked it up. Come on, dropped some gold something. I just can't remember where we got it to drop it. Over there. Okay. Right, we've got to get the armor off its back off. This stuff. Miss me. One down. Where the... You both... Thank you. Alright. There's definitely at least a couple of vitality tonics floating about. Yeah. There's at least one. This is not what I wanted. I've got to take these bits out. Come on, get off. Go. I was just about to say, there's got to be somewhere to stop that hurting as much. And I just remember seeing a thing where if you're flying through the air, if you roll just before you land, that will actually minimize damage. Alright, we've got to get the armor off one leg. And then that should be enough to expose the locus. Should be. I can't land, you irritating piece of shit. This is not you landing. Land! Oh, damn you. Hey, land. Land. Thank you. There we go. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. Stupid piece of shit.
Wonderful.
Nova membrane. I do like the way, like, the bodies can hit in this game of the giant enemies you defeat. Right, where's the three sisters? Behind us. No, not this one. It's the three sisters. I'm not sure where the three sisters are supposed to be. Right. Yes, hello boy. Thank you. Okay. Cooper's tools. Missed that. Give me that. Alright. Alright, okay. 3 sisters should be around here. Okay. So is this not the 3 sisters? Master's reports. In the crevice below the 3 sisters. What crevice? I mean over here. This doesn't seem right. I'm confused as where I need to go. Maybe over
Should
here.
be close to where the scry carrying caravan might have gone over the edge.
I'll have a look.
Really? Alright. Just die. Thank you. Yeah. I just... There we go.
Good news, Eric.
I can see. That's quite possibly our lost scries.
Will you be able to retrieve it?
Now that we've identified it, yes.
Awesome. So with Arkham and learn how he intends to deal with the crate. I will. do need to go back home anyway, because I've got a power to upgrade. Where's the nearest loom gate? I can't be... I'm going completely the wrong direction for a loom gate. Go over here. Do. Right. Home we go. Right. First of all, Dr. Dan. New strand, kinetic powers. Upgrade. Right, Brink can now maintain more scopes simultaneously. The scopes fire additional projectiles and deal more damage. Cool. Let's have a talk to Dan while we're here.
Ah, Bryn. Hello. Yes. Yes. Hello. That's right. That's the correct thing to say, isn't it? Is it?
Breathe, Dom.
Yes. Yes, of course. I just not feeling myself.
Solar?
Yes. Yes, flames, yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there.
I think...
This was a while ago. We should have had this conversation sooner.
Talk through. After a little time to cool off.
I had no idea she wants to stop traveling.
We all have to slow down sometime. We can't be on the road our whole life.
Well, yes, she had, I suppose, brought it up once or twice, but I assumed she meant later. Like our dotage.
At least it's out there now. Take a bit. Think about what she said. What she might want, and what you want. There's a way to make it work.
I shall. Yes, because I would very much like it to, as you say, work.
Well, I like the fact that he's willing to compromise. Right. Since we've done that, let's have a quick talk with Solar.
How you doing, Solar? That discussion with Dom was a little rough.
I'm frustrated and hurt. I feel like I don't ask for much, and when I finally do, he acts mystified.
He absolutely could have handled that better. But I think he was genuinely caught off guard.
How is that possible? I feel like I've been trying to tell him for ages.
You don't try, you have to just tell him.
Maybe that was the first time he really understood, though.
Maybe. I just need some time. And space.
I don't know if space is the best.
I can't have that conversation again right now. Especially if you won't consider... Never mind.
He'll consider it. Right, since we're here, Dr. Sev.
So, what were you speaking to the Eye about?
Nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
I didn't mean to pry. I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
You want to know if I'm okay?
Yes?
Then how come no one is at all concerned with the fact we can't leave? This isn't my life. Traveling with the Weaver Band was supposed to be temporary. For me, at least.
Well, at least he's getting angry about something.
Back to Intaza. And it's increasingly clear no one has any idea when I will. If ever. So no. I'm not okay.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were feeling this way. You're right.
I am?
The truth is, we don't know how or when we're getting out of here. But if you want to leave, We should have made that more of a priority. Or at least made you feel more heard. So we'll work on it. Promise.
Really? What's the catch?
No catch. Apprentice or full-time weaver, what's important to you is important to all of us.
I don't
I think he's, yeah, too important to the group to be counted as an apprentice. To be fair. Right.
I can't believe we actually did it. It's been a pleasure working with your band. If we could match the drive and efficiency you all show, this place would be fixed in months.
Been a good ally. Let him know it's mutually
You've been a
beneficial.
support since we met, Arakim. I'm happy to work with you, especially if it helps us recover lost treasures.
We make a good team, Bryn. I'll get the runners on hauling that crate up and let you know when I know more.
Alright. So that's all that done. Alright. Ark of the Winter Tide. Gotta track that down again. Alright, let's do a question of loyalty first, and then we'll do intertwined. I don't want a Renland Sledgeworm. Where's the other arc? For forge? No. So just straight up not there. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Raminos Canal. You don't. The map is not good at telling you where these hammers are. Because to me, it looks like they're on top of stuff. I don't know, that's my brain not working right, because, like, it's a 2D map. And I should know that. Alright, mountain barrage. E-D-D-D. Okay. Seriously, guys, we're doing this again? Hey, I do like using the molten barrage on this area. As I was saying, I do like using the molten barrage on this area. Makes things go boom really well. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. He did. I just want boom then. Aha. Endless horse risk guards. And now there's another one down. Awesome, so we need to go. Wait, where's the other one? Raminos Canal, and then the other one is the Darkwater Cistern. Alright. Raminos Canal. Should be in here. Where is that? Okay. That was easy enough. This is definitely using the molten barrage on these things is definitely the easiest way to deal with them. Okay. Now we need to go to the cistern chamber. Also going to need a bob because it's got one of those armadillo things. Go Bob, go! Oh, and Bob dies. One downside of having the mountain barrage go off at the same time as Bob is that Bob tends to die. Which I mean, I'm pretty sure he just like Bob's lot in life. Well, that wasn't quite what I was going for, but yeah. We go boom now.
A recipe from sealant. Waterproof joints for piping and such, it looks like.
Alright. Well. Miss me. We know we can kill it with just the molten barrage. Hey, where'd you go?
This must be the condensing chamber.
Go. No, go. That didn't go too well for you, did it, there, Wim? Coward! I am just gonna kill it with the barrage. Oh, I thought that was a place I could hide. Apparently not. Alright. Why does it keep just not pursuing me? Come on, if you don't want to chat me, I'm here. Oop. Kind of feel like I got away with that. Almost down. And there we go. Alright, what's this?
Some kind of liquid flow control valves.
Okay.
Complicated.
Alright. Right, we're making this way around to the round thing. Right. We need to go up there. We also need a bulb. Come on, you can get me. This thing, Bob. This thing seems really difficult to hurt for some reason. There we go. Thank you, Bob. Right. Up we go. I was literally just about to say this is not part of the quest, but apparently it is. I remember that. Okay. At least we found the bit that is part of the quest. That's good. Up, up, up. And there's apparently a loom gate over here.
Tarzan mercantile markings on this crate. Sevs from Tarzan.
Sevs from Tarzan. Right. Now the question becomes, how do I get to that loom gate? Right. We have already been to the cistern, because it won't be showing up on the map if we hadn't. Go down here and round. Bob, you are needed. Right, is this the cistern? I feel like this is, in fact, the cistern. Ooh. Didn't just do that, you little git. Another bulb. Okay, they're all dead.
The dark water cistern. We could imagine there are many pools like this deeper into the underworlds.
Nameless host mask. And that should be all the hammers. Nice. Right, we need to keep exploring because there was a secondary loom gate. Somewhere about. I do love how these things keep chucking stuff at me and then come off worst when I do the same back to them. Right. The loom gate is not here. There was definitely a loom gate icon. That's why the thing wasn't getting hurt before. I was missing hitting it with the molten barrage. You have to actually get the runes on the creature for it to truly work. Kind of like that, you see. Okay. Oh. See, the tactic with these armadillo things is get Bob out and then molten barrage him while it's distracted fighting Bob. And you do end up with a dead Bob. It does also work with the walls, to be fair. What? What's trying to hit me? Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a frost star. Tear this out while we're here. Fuck you. Right. Okay, let's just go up here. That's a lot of bad guys. Oh, not what I was aiming for. Okay. Ah. Guess we're walking up here. He's dead. How have I ended up so far away from where that secondary room gate was? That is not where I wanted to go. You actually need to be back up there to be able to find it? I think I might. Let's go this way instead. With the wall. Right. Am I heading back towards... That's back up here. Alright. Loom gate? Where does this way take us? Alright. This is about the right way, I think. Was it up here? It was around here. There just doesn't appear to be any actual loom gate. Okay, this is the water system. Come on. There. That's what I wanted. New asshole. Eastern Circuit I've been using. Right. I think we have found everything. In here. Round research on the Norian Order of Lane. Let's go do that. One thing I will say about how far we are into this game, there's no hint of like a big bad yet. So, Norian Order. The Norian Order is a secret organization with representatives allegedly embedded in positions of power at all levels of society across the Meda. They have very deliberately kept themselves out of sight and out of mind to great effect. With that in mind, while reading this dossier, it's important to know that much of our body of findings exists through inference due to a conspicuous lack of primary sources. The Order's origin seems to be in the High Kingdom as Tarza, as a sort of trade union for engineers. Their expertise in the movement and storage of precious water brought them into a position of great favour and power with the monarchy, upon which they were allegedly absorbed into the kingdom's civil apparatus and dissolved. This is the last time they appear in the historical record, though from then on there are conspicuous, at least for a lawkeeper, gaps which form a pattern suggesting that the Order continue to both exist and thrive. Indeed, from our investigations inside the Enclave, it's clear that the Norian Order has been active for well over a century. They were responsible for much of the engineering behind the underground network known as the Tapestry, and had privileged access to many of the most sensitive of the Enclave's research projects. Such endeavours must have taken decades. Returning to the circumstance of the Order's formation, many organisations of professionals exist across the Mida to share and preserve trade secrets and, often, to moderate prices of services and such. This lawkeeper's own father was particularly adjacent to several Udean trade unions that quietly regulated prices so as to not disrupt trade, even more quietly eliminated competitors who refused to play nicely with their rules. Given that Norians must still hold considerable sway in Tarza, it is not a leap to imagine that the Order's influence casts a shadow here in the Enclave too. After all, when you control the flow of something as vital as water, you control life itself. This is pure supposition, but perhaps this ambition to exert control led to the Order's name. A Norian is a type of water wheel. It uses the flow of a river to turn a wheel, while buckets lift water from that same river to the top of its arch, where it empties into another higher channel. Thus we have a metaphor in which water lifts itself through its own power. Rather apt. I would say so.
So, Norians.
I've been digging. The Tarzan trading company that shipped the crates you found was the lead I needed. The Norians were experts in water storage and conveyance, and active before the surge, but disappeared shortly thereafter. Or rather, they wanted to disappear and subsumed their identities into a series of careful fronts, cover names, and the like. Thankfully,
Interesting.
the trade record you found led to a whole web of associations, many of whom have had dealings with my family.
The Norian Order has long history. Asked about their earlier years.
What did you find out about the Norians before the surge?
They seemed a somewhat innocuous guild of specialists, traded under different names even then, making them a bit hard to track. But as far as I could tell, they mostly dealt in water.
Dealt, meaning what in this context?
Aqueducts, reservoirs, wells, you name it. If it stored, gathered, extracted, or moved water, they were involved.
That explains
Lucrative.
the complicated valve I found underground.
Absolutely. They had specialized knowledge, which I assume is why the Enclave contracted them. Gas, such as raw magic, is a fluid after all.
Fair. Says it from Tarza. Dig into the Norian relationship to the
How
kingdoms.
is the Norian Order related to Tarza?
as I'm sure you know, Tarza is an amalgam of numerous desert kingdoms. Before the Surge, Tarza had grown reliant on the same weather control enchantments that were used in Judea. After the Surge, both nations suffered greatly. Tarza in particular was struck with savage droughts.
Meaning folks, like the Norians, who specialize in water, had essential skills and knowledge.
I expect they were critical in keeping Tarza's many cities alive at all. A position that would afford them considerable influence.
I bet. And I bet they used it as well. It's a strange order. It's strange an order would be so public then disappear.
Do you have any idea why they decided to hide?
Purely conjecture, but let's look at the evidence. We know from Sev's ring that the Norians are still around today.
It could be a trinket, or hand-me-down. But you're right that his behavior with the eye suggests they're associated.
Exactly. Now consider the Order's secretive nature. Combined, I would speculate that the Norians used the Surge as leverage to become a power behind the thrones. Take a nation
Makes sense.
imagined to keep the water flowing, face it with disaster and drought. What kind of deals might a group of desperate rulers be willing to make, do you think?
But monarchs wouldn't want anything that undercuts their authority or power to slip out to the populace.
As I said, pure conjecture, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck...
It's a horse. I need to know how Liam was able to reference their family business from here.
How did you get logs of your own family's accounts, anyway?
I stole them.
Really?
She's honest.
Detailed transactions
sorry,
from
they're
both
honest.
ledgers. No one quite sure if you made copies or where they're hidden if you did. Better than bodyguards when it comes to ensuring one's safety. I did not leave my family under the best auspicious.
Knowing what we know now, what do we do about Sev?
I believe we can say for sure that he and the Eye are somehow related through this Norian organization. From Sev's visits to the Hold, I imagine they're working together on something, but I'm not sure exactly what else to do with that information.
I gave Sev some help collecting materials. He's definitely working on some kind of project. He asked me to trust him. Maybe it's time to ask for that favor.
I'm going to say it's time to ask for that favor in
Good idea.
return.
Speak to Sola first, though. I've updated her, and she might have some ideas on how best to confront him.
Thanks for your help, Lane.
It's no trouble at all. This is what I do, and I rather enjoy it.
They're definitely a bookworm, aren't they? What we got to craft? Yes. Alright, let's... Elder Husk. Luster Weave definitely seems the all-round thing. Yeah, we'll do Purified Ceramic. Okay. Doot. Reinhardt Crystal. Yeah, we'll do that. Barb cloth, and then Stenic. Okay. Lost to weave again. And we'll loosen. Backcloth. No. And I think we've already got the thing connected. A question of loyalty. Okay.
Sev. What are we going to do with you?
You know him better than me. Can we trust him?
I hope so. But it's pretty obvious Sev is being pressured by the Eye due to their Norian connection. And I do not trust him. Anyway, what did you
I
learn
mean,
from helping
that's fair. He is a massive
He's
tool.
either constructing or repairing something that requires exotic materials.
As I said, it reminded me of how he fixed the gate in the Hollow. I would wager the Eye heard about our exploits.
Could be.
He's a clever one, our Ram. There's really only one thing for it.
Direct confrontation.
We're going to let him know we care. Then we're going to let him sit with it. Wait for me in the hold. We'll talk to him there. Away from the others. So he doesn't feel like we're ganging up on him.
Fair enough. Right, talk.
That wasn't exactly the warmest welcome. I'm guessing the Enclave Council isn't your biggest fan right now.
I'll win them over. Tell her you're confident I'll come around.
Not a great first impression, but I can bring them around.
Even the Eye. He seemed pretty peeved.
Hey, if I can help his people, he won't have any reason
We-
to hate me.
These
Whatever
are
the
set,
council thinks of you,
so they
I'm
have to go in
glad
order.
you're
So you're
trying to
supposed to
help.
talk
I think
to him
we
after
can
us,
use it.
after every
They
like
don't seem
cutscene.
to be in great shape.
Nothing our daring point can't fix. You know there's a trick to picking your armor when dealing with temperature.
Do tell.
If you're going to be up against extreme cold or heat, lighter armors can be the better choice. They can't provide raw protection like steel, but metals also move temperature very quickly. Lighter armors layer cloth and leathers, much better for insulation, especially if you pick the right ones.
I'll
Fair
keep
enough.
that in mind. This place pulls no punches.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let's just go do the quest. Let's do the quest. Axel Winter Tide. Axel Winter Tide. Anywhere? In the Institute. Let's go to Cassian's Hold and get this quest over with, though. Alright. Right, Sev. Why are you being a dick?
Hello, Sebastian.
Sola. Rin. Hello?
Hey. Listen, we just have something to say. Shh. You're good. Just listen for a second, okay? We know the Eye has you working on some project. We know you two have some kind of connection, and we want you to know it's okay.
Sev, at least know we'll have his back. Tell him so.
Sola's right, big guy. And if you need help, or if something's happening you're not comfortable with, you tell us, okay? We came in here as a team, and nothing's going to change that.
Exactly. Anytime you need to talk, apprentice of mine, you know where we are. And we'll listen.
know what to say.
You'll know when it's time. We'll see you at camp, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Alright. Quest complete. Alright, clear the air through direct confrontation. Nice. Institute. Ooh, drought is really gonna help. With the arc of the Winter's Tide. It should make the ice easier to break. Should. See if I can defeat this thing. Where are you? Move. Press me. Get. Ooh, you know what? Winter's Gauntlet. Shielding myself down and we can attack with ice claws and exploding clouds. To protect a strand. To create them to attack while now falling. Hold it to detonate. Hammer up. Didn't it say hold left to detonate? Where's this stupid arc? Right, the arc should be somewhere nearby. Where you at? There we go. Mm-hmm. Why are we traveling up his cock for now, apparently? Come on, come on, come on. No, you don't. You're mine.
That frost strand will be useful.
Yeah, it will. Alright. There's nothing down. Right. Actually, not much else to do around here now, is there? Hey, Squeefly, yes they are. My apologies. I was concentrating on what I was doing. How you doing? I'm sorry, you've come just in time for the end of the stream, my friend. Ooh. Who is doing that? Alright, you're gonna die. I'm good, my friend, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm literally about to finish the stream in about 5 minutes, unfortunately. So, yeah, doing well. Having a good, pretty good Monday, to be fair. How's your Monday going? Right. Let's actually go home now. There we go. Yeah, too late. Alright. Let's upgrade our powers. Weave strand. And so I need another one of the Arc of the Winter's Tide. And then that's all his frost powers maxed out. Maxed out all his flame powers. We're just missing one kinetic power. Which means there's an epic encounter we haven't encountered yet. Which is somewhat annoying. Privileged information.
Ever since we learned of the verdant mines, I have to stop.
Okay, that's nice, Squeefly.
In regards to both labor power.
I'm not looking to change my artwork, but
And they had an extremely intimate knowledge of the Enclave's technology. Do you know
Just-
who was around to see their rise and fall? But
just
hasn't
as an
seen
aside,
their
my
work
friend,
repeated?
like, don't
Has
come
it
into
been
people's
voiced by
chats.
themselves? The very same.
No, I
I
wouldn't.
just think it's
Don't come
interesting.
into people's chats and do
Quite
this.
about it, don't you?
I don't expect much from him.
I don't know if he was involved with the events surrounding the Verdant Mind's attempt to take down the Veil, but he certainly bore witness.
So what are you thinking?
I'd like to send you out on a fact-finding mission for now. Meanwhile, I'll pore over my existing research for clues.
Gotcha. I'll be back when I found everything you're after.
Thanks, Bryn. I'll get to work here too.
Okay. Right. We're doing intertwined. Full vision information. Yet more quests. That's annoying. Right. Just bear with me 1 second. Right. Upgrade station. Yeah, let's actually salvage resources. What we got? Salvage all. Alright, nice. Let's just salvage all the low level resources we've got, shall we? Because we have better stuff now. And that should be, when we get to that point, should be more than enough to be able to do that. Okay. That is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will be back with more Eternal Strands tomorrow. So don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, or hit follow. It really does help me out. And I hope you have a sorry, the bot account trying to sell me artwork just throwing me off a little bit. I am see, this is why this is so annoying. Like I think I've had, in the last year, I think I've had maybe 1 or 2 real people. I've definitely had 1. I'm going to say it's 2 real people who are not just trying to sell me artwork go into the chat from Twitch. And it's just annoying. Because they're just trying to sell stuff, and it's just not the way to do it. All they're going to do is piss people off. So, yeah. Anyway, rant over. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow for some more Eternal Strands, when we will be completing Privileged Information Quest and hunting down the Ark of the Winter Tide again. So yeah, alright. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.